Yeah, what's up? This is Edward. Give me a second. All right, what's up, everybody? This is Edward back with another video. Today, we're going to talk a little bit of shit. We may have Ramil slide through here. They done fucked up his stream. He was spitting that fire and they said, delete that motherfucker. That's fucked up, man. That is real fucked up. Fuck y'all white bitches in YouTube. Cause that's who it is. Them fucking Lena Dunham bitches. That's who I imagine to be deleting that shit. Lena Dunham bitch. They basically a nigga said thanks but no thanks. That's some white pussy. Y'all can have it back. And she said, you niggas, fuck all you niggers, you motherfuckers. You ain't never. Every time you talk, I'm deleting that shit because you wouldn't fuck me. Miss Potato Head, bitch. Anyway, so when he pops through, man, I tell you, man, Dollar Washer is like the $5 MVP, man. I swear he come through with that dependable $5 all over the Manosphere. And the more y'all did that, the man that maybe y'all could talk a little bit more shit about what motherfuckers are talking about and not talking about. You motherfuckers gotta stop talking about these bitches all the time. Shout out to Bernard Riley. He got a little talk. He got a talk show thing going on, which be doing real numbers. And Zero was a special guest over there. Zero's a cool dude. I've had difference of opinion with him, but he's a dude that definitely can kind of lay the shit out. He wants to, he was talking about feminism, and I agree with a lot of his shit. I agree with what the things are that need to be done, absolutely. But sometimes I disagree with kind of this thing about, well, we just need to focus on feminism. Feminism is the enemy. Feminism is the only thing. That's not necessarily the case. It's really not. So with that being said, of course, Fast Attack. I mean, obviously, I'm talking about the people that actually super chatted. So Fast Attack, good that $5. But I got to tell you, man, Dollar Washer is everywhere with that $5. And the reason why I point that out is because that shit is important. Because if you had people doing like 2, 3, 4 like that, then you can see some really good stuff. And I'm not saying that for me, because I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do regardless. But yeah, so anyway, let me do a couple of minutes, let y'all come through, and then I'll push this stuff there. Ramil done passed me, so I shouldn't put his YouTube channel in, but if he pop on, I'll definitely put his YouTube channel in, get him over 4,000. I bet you Ramil's fucking Patreon is probably lit as hell. I know he be talking shit. But anyway, you all see the title. We're gonna this be an hour and a half, maybe two. A little bit of money talk, little bit of future of the Manosphere talk, a little bit of the riot talk, and maybe some stuff in between. First of all, let's talk money real quick. So shout out, what's up, Roastmaster? What's up, Supreme Ace? Shout out to the Think Financials Facebook group, which is ran by Master Teacher One. Check him out. Definitely try to subscribe to him, get him over 30,000. And his group is pretty lit. It's pretty active. I'm gonna give my thoughts on it. I'm in it. I like it. It's active. Brothers are active in it. It's pretty much brothers in there, and they are active talking money. So that's a positive. These are my notes. Meaning it's not meant for me to talk shit. It's not meant for me. It's just meant for me to say this is what my opinion on it. The thing about it, and I'm going to start inserting more topics on there myself, is a lot of it can be a little bit too highbrow. And this is another reason why I want to get Ramil on here too. Ramil, just leave a comment and then I'll put the link out there for you. It's because Ramil is a dude that obviously gets money. He's in wholesale real estate. He obviously does his stuff online with the herbs and something. So he's in wholesale real estate, a little bit of digital sales, amongst other things that he does. And, I think he's got his more ear to kind of like what folks really want and really need as far as getting money. Black men care about a couple of things when it comes to talk about finances: how to make money, how to keep money. No, how to make money, how to flip money, and how to keep money. And then once you get to get beyond that, because they've gotten the income that they need to get the kind of stuff that they want to get. Because honestly, outside of spending money on bitches or things that they think will bring them close to bitches, black men are pretty low maintenance when it comes to money. Yeah, they may want a toy here or there, they may want a car, they may want some shoes, they may want this, but generally black men are not doing shit to the extent it doesn't have nothing to do with bitches, or have vices to the extent it's putting them in a position where they can't, save money. The problem is black men, it's hard to get employed. Nobody wants to fuck with us. What is up, Solo TV 84? I definitely got a link for you if you want it. Because I definitely want to hear your thoughts on the Manosphere, the future of the Manosphere talk. And we're gonna talk a little bit of money. Ramil's supposed to slide through because they cut his stream off in midstream. They said, nigga, no. You were not talking because he was about to get these motherfuckers smoke. They had an issue with his if you looting or rioting, you a fucking loser talk. But anyway, the problem with us is everybody is against us and we're not really grouped together in any real way for an economic best interest. We always talk. Oh, absolutely. That's cool. And I'll be very focused with my questions. What is up, AM1? Oh, I see motherfuckers sliding through. Yes. I'm sure AM1 is happy. He's like, deaf to the system. Fuck the media. AM1, you ain't out here looting, are you? Or shit. No, fuck the looting. AM1, why ain't you filming this shit? You ain't got somebody, you ain't finesse somebody to pay you to film this shit. I know you done got somebody to finesse you to pay you to get some good footage. AM1 reminds me of what's that movie with Jake Gyllenhaal where he was the film guy, the crazy ass film guy, and that shit was a really good movie. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. But anyway, oh yeah, and I saw y'all on that Donovan Sharp shit. That was an all-star stream in and of itself. That was good job, Donovan Sharp. But anyway, like I was saying before, black men don't have that issue. It's just spending money on bitches or the pursuit of bitches that black men have a problem with. This is why I always say like 75 or 80% of disposable income, like outside of necessities that black men spend, is usually something that has either 1 degree, 2 degrees of trying to get in, trying to catch a bitch. Yeah, Nightcrawler is what he's talking about. Absolutely. And that's our issue. You get beyond that, then really, stack your money, just a matter of you making money. So in the Facebook group, I think One Master Teacher, Think Financial, a lot of times they talk about that highbrow shit, that economic shit, and that doesn't meet the dudes on the ground. The reason why you want to help dudes learn how to make money is because if you help them learn how to make money, then those are people that those are partners that you've created that have disposable income, and you've built that trust because there's some things that you've done that has helped them to make it work. So my thing about that is a lot of times, and I get dude has a degree in economics, very smart brother. So he definitely has the credentials to be doing that. But I like to focus on things that's going to meet people where they are. And if they can put some elbow grease in it, they can get a return. This is why I gravitate towards dudes like Glendon Cameron. This is why I gravitate towards people like Erica Shonda Williams. Anyway, with that being said, what is up, Solo TV 84? Welcome to the No Spin Zone.
Yo, what's going on, bro? Glad to be on. You know what I'm saying? Live from Minneapolis. I've been on ground zero the last 3 out of 4 days, so I'm tired. I'm supposed to be on vacation, but hey, it's all good.
Man, nobody would have believed that Minneapolis, everybody that is not really used to Minnesota thinks, oh, those are happy white folks there. They're always smiling. They're always happy. So they would have never thought, they would have thought the blacks in there would have been pretty good. Minnesota's liberal.
Well, Edward, that's the running joke that I always say when I talk about, the north side and hoods, and people think, Solo's bugging. Minnesota ain't got no hoods. Minnesota even got black people, 10? And, I know you see a lot of footage, a lot of white people there, but, there's a lot of us there too. And, we created the wave now, you know what I'm saying? I'm not here to brag, but look at what's going on, man. Minneapolis was tired of it. We dealt with the Philando Castile situation. The other brother, if I got his name, he died recently too, a couple years ago. And Minneapolis just fed up, you know what I'm saying? And, I had to really see it for myself. And, Edward, you've been on a couple of those panels that I've had recently, you know what I'm saying? Because really I couldn't sleep, and I had to see it myself. Like the daytime protests have been on point. They have been peaceful. But the nighttime protests, that's when, the out-of-towners and the white supremacists and the looters come out to take advantage of a situation. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga shit, the redneck shit.
Facts.
all of the degenerates. Like Amy Klobuchar looks like I could believe that she was from Minnesota when I saw her face, because she looks like a prototypical. But on the back end, when you look at her background, her prosecutor background, you know, she ain't harming, but she ain't doing, you know, black people no favors. It's like, oh, the blacks. Oh yeah, we do have a couple of them in Minneapolis, because they not all over the state like that. And that's what people don't really think about. A lot of these states, that's why they always talk about black people in urban environments. But you know, one thing that you didn't mention is the Muhammad Nouri situation with the Somalis. You know, they locked his ass up real quick. So when it's a black man shooting a white woman who, you know, he's technically an immigrant, so he's kind of a good control group, because he's not a traditional, you know, black in the sense of ADOS kind of thing, which is important because they may treat him differently being he's an officer, and she wasn't even a citizen. But no, that racial shit, that's the real law. They said, no, fuck that. You think, and I can imagine Muhammad Noor talk, these motherfuckers riot the whole country just to not lock up 3 motherfuckers that got caught on tape. He didn't even get caught on tape. But with them, he stood on the neck and they watched, but then they got to think about it. But with fucking him, nah, his ass got locked up with the quickness.
Oh yeah. You already know, Edward. You already know they got him swiftly. You know what I'm saying? You can't be shooting up Becky's. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, with the one dude, and you know, shout out to Gakni Jones. I brought him on because he knows a lot about the law, right? And you know what he was saying is that they were trying to get all evidence together and whatnot to make this case solid. But you know, a guy like me, where I might not be as well versed, I'm thinking, what more evidence do you need when you have the dude murdering the guy on tape? You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, you
like
totally
Tiger
right about
Woods' brother, little brother, man. Real talk. But go ahead.
Yeah, you know, I mean, real talk. It's the type of situation where, you know, murder in the 3rd degree. I didn't even know what that was, but basically that's manslaughter. You know what I'm saying? And so, if this guy gets a light sentence, which wouldn't surprise me, Edward, 5 years, maybe with 2 good years served, and then the rest paroled, you know, that wouldn't shock me, to be honest. What do you think?
I think I try to look at this in 2 minds. First thing is, I don't like they got a game where they like to overcharge people. So if you go for the 1st degree, then they'd be like, well, you got to prove that he wanted to do it before it actually happened. So now it ain't no stand your ground on all that. As long as you can prove that, then they try to get him off. So if you do like 3rd degree, really, I think it should be 2nd. And if you do that, then you can light them up. And at this point, if motherfuckers if a judge don't give him the time you need to vote that motherfucker out. Because you know, nobody votes for the judges, so it doesn't take a lot to do that. You need to start looking at everybody, including black folks, because the chief of police. I told y'all motherfuckers, these black chicks being tatted chief of police don't mean shit. They had a chief of police out here where I am. That don't mean shit. These motherfuckers are gonna do what they do. They know when you see a black woman in a position, you know that's automatic token. So that don't mean shit. So yeah, but they're gonna get put in jail. The real question is it gonna be the other ones? Are they gonna get put in jail? And now they're starting to come out to say that he may have knew him. You can't really throw his name under the bus because he doesn't really have anybody else up there, so they're fucked. It's white sacrifice time, but they hold out because you see these protests. So but another question to swing out of that, now that I got, you know, Ramil and them on, and Ramil, I'll definitely let you say your piece on that part with the riots, but the real thing I want to go back into is the future of the Manosphere. There has been a emerging debate that the Manosphere is dead. You know, that shit is always being said. I swear to fucking God, the Manosphere is dead. There's too many bitches in the Manosphere. The Manosphere needs a purification, a bloodification. And a lot of dudes, and a lot of these dudes I respect that are saying this. So these are not me trying to play, but at the same time, I'm for the Manosphere was never all meant, in my opinion, to be this, this monolithic thing. To me, I looked at it like city states. Clutch would call it the European Union. I want to get your thoughts on that, and then I want to get Ramil's thoughts on that. And Kev, I see you too.
I mean, the Manosphere is bigger than it's ever been. You know what I'm saying? Right now, you have content creators that if they hit it at the right time, the right spot with the right topics, they go an astronaut with their subs and views. Look at, for example, Alpha Male Strategies. He started in the Manosphere. You know what I'm saying? He started in the Manosphere. His content was Manosphere based. He was responding to me and O'Shea, responding to other Manosphere content creators. So he started in the Manosphere. Now you could say he has gone mainstream, which I'm not mad at because technically he is mainstream. So right now the Manosphere is doing better than it ever has, in my opinion. Now, do you have certain groups and certain characters and people that are, not really doing what they should be doing, or they doing too much? Yeah, of course. I mean, like you said, the Manosphere is not monolithic. So you're going to have some cats coming on that are going to be copycats of other cats. You're going to have some cats coming on that are in it just for the money. And then you're just going to have some cats coming on that they just going to keep grinding and doing their thing. And they're not really worried about blowing up or whatever. They're just putting out good content, i.e. Xander's Clutch. You feel me? So I think the Manosphere is in a good place. And in the future, the Manosphere is going to be needed even more because of what's going on with men, particularly black men. And what I want to see, and I know Ramil will agree with me on that, is it's time for us to like really start focusing on things that can show tangible results in regards to self-improvement. So what I mean by that is that we focus on more than just talking about women, how to get women, particularly black women, this or that. And I know that, I sometimes engage in that content, but you know what? The analytics don't lie, because I can put out a video with Brother Ohim, shout out for Male Enlightenment TV, where we're talking about the protests. And then as soon as we talk about cryptocurrencies and investing, then boom, the chat goes from 250 people to 100. And so the reality is, sadly, a lot of cats don't want content that could make a difference in their life long term. They just want to hear about females this and females that. And in the long term right now, bro, with the curfews and the quarantine, females shouldn't even be something you should be worried about, bro. Like, on some real shit.
Yeah, and honestly, those dudes that are talking about that, they that's the main sentiment they were talking about. It needs to come away from the quote unquote, how do you fuck a bitch, how do you date a bitch, and that's the one thing they were all united behind, and we came to pretty good agreement on. So that's good that you say that as somebody that's been in this space. It's and then they're also talking about bringing females on, which I definitely understand too, because that's kind of an offset of that. Ramil, definitely if you want to do your intro as far as like what you were saying with the riots and shit, as well as what you think on what the current state, because you're newer in the Manosphere, and at the end of the day, people have definitely taken you in a different way, maybe not through subscribers, but definitely in other ways. And so you're kind of a benefit. You kind of give me, it's like an upper median of what the state of the Manosphere could be if somebody actually gravitates towards their individual personality, what could happen. Because there's things that maybe 2-3 years ago wouldn't have happened with somebody, no matter how good they were, as fast as it's happened with you.
I do got to kind of correct you a little bit. Contrary to popular belief, I'm not really new. I just been on and off. I was here in 2015 with O'Shea. You know what I mean? Me and him was grinding 5 years ago. I just said fuck YouTube a couple times, deleted my channel. Sometimes YouTube deleted my channel. And Solo TV knows, I'm definitely not new in the space. Yeah. I'm new to actually taking it serious. That's what I'm new to do. All right.
Okay. Yeah, it's the same thing with Mr. Research. Where Mr. Research, people forget he had like 30,000, and then they got him, and then it's like that. And
matter of fact, speaking of that, they just tried to get me. I just did a stream. It's called Writings for Losers. I got flagged, so they stopped my second stream midway. So that's how they get your ass. But I just wanted to appeal, so I'm glad about that. Me, you was just talking about that behind the scene. I just won that shit. So
you won that shit quick. So they knew they was bullshitting off the front.
Yeah, exactly. You said what, Solo? What's going on, Solo? You said what, bro?
Yo, what's up, bro? Was that a community guideline strike or?
Hey, for hate speech. They tried to say I just like you can't stream for 2 weeks. I hit an appeal. Like 10 minutes later, they just hit me back. Oh, we're sorry. We're just gonna age restrict it. So yeah.
They don't never do that shit that quick. They knew that shit, but anyway.
Yeah, but as far as the what you're saying about the Manosphere, the thing about this, first of all, like Solo said, the Manosphere is not dead. It's not even close to be. It's growing. It's getting bigger. It's producing. Like Solo just hit the nail on the head perfectly. You produce alpha male strength. A lot of dating coaches have been produced. A lot of personalities have been produced and are still being produced by the Manosphere. The Manosphere is like the how can I say? It's like the NCAA. You know what I mean? It's steady producing more and more cold ass niggas to go into the field and go on a professional level with this. Like, and the money is being made. The audience, subscribers is going up for everybody. The messages being posted on forums, videos like these are being put on World Stars. So I don't understand when people say the Manosphere is dead. And I know what you're talking about, Edward. It's to me, it's like, what the fuck y'all talking about? Like, you can't tell other people what to talk about. And now, do I agree that people talk about pussy a little bit too much? Yes, but I can't go in their channel and say this is what you don't want to talk about. And one more thing, what's also disingenuous about that is that these guys who are saying this are their content is usually about females, whether even if it's for or against feminism, or even if it's about the harm they've caused, it's still about females. And the people in the Manosphere topics I've seen have actually grown. There's actually more being talked about within the Manosphere. People are talking about business. People are talking about power moves. It might not get as much views, but that content is being streamed. And like Solo said, analytics don't lie. Those same niggas complaining about the direction of the Manosphere, I'm pretty sure they are not watching the business streams that are or topics that are being talked about in this space. But yeah, that's it for now.
Yeah, because you have brought that up when you with the SYSBM shit, when you were talking about like the reason why you like put MOT in the separate category, because not only does he have credibility because he does businesses, but he does talk about businesses from a credible situation. So this is something you've brought up too. And the thing is, my thing is, black men are going to talk. It's not so much they're going to talk about what benefits them, and there is a certain market for business, but that's not going to be a bigger market. But that makes sense. You know, the gossip shit is going to be bigger, and people can walk and chew gum. And yes, I think everybody kind of agrees there's a little bit too much female talk. I talk about the gynocracy, which is me a little bit differently, but the point is, I think too. Folks are trying to use that as kind of like a way of trying to control where shit goes, because it's kind of like you don't want to talk about women, but people want to talk about kind of like feminism. Which how do you talk about feminism without like how do you do that? You know, that's why when people come at me with the gynocracy, I'm like, it is technically we talk about women, but it's in a different way. So it's like, if y'all want to talk about what you want to talk about, then you're more than happy to do what the Black Brain Trust has done, what other people have done, and create, whatever. So anyway, I want to bring Kev in here. And Kev, man, I see what you put in the super chat, not the super chat, but the Telegram. Yo, that shit. You gonna like this. So Kev, give your thoughts on the Manosphere, and then we're gonna jump into next, because I know we're pressed for time with Solo, and I definitely know Solo gonna want to get on this one.
Well, I'm not real known in the Manosphere. I'm known by a few people. For those of you in the chat and on this respective panel who don't know me, my name is Kev, and I run the YouTube channel Black Men Being Brutally Honest. What I think of the Manosphere is the only reason why anyone would say the Manosphere is dead because they feel, I would say, some mock embarrassment by the Manosphere. When someone says, when you hear a bunch of people complaining about the Manosphere, people all of a sudden get scared. And, that's not only, with the bitterness from the females, that's the fear from a bunch of the guys. It's like, who cares how many times who talks about what? Because on the other side of the narrative, that shit is rampant. It's rampant as fuck. So why are you complaining? Why are you complaining and bitching about what these dudes are talking about? Let people talk about what the fuck they want to talk about and just move on. If you don't like it, just don't tune in. But see, the big problem with that is people love drama. They love drama and they won't want to admit it. They want to send up some virtue signal like they're the ones that has the solution, or they're the ones that's above all that stuff. But the same motherfuckers that do that shit are the same ones that's tuning in and supporting all these fuckery broadcasts. So what I'm saying is, if you want to talk about it, be about it. Start supporting the other broadcasts. Now, the Manosphere, I think there are a lot of great minds in the Manosphere. And I think this little hate thing for black men is really what people try to use to pull it down. So I think that it's not dying. I think it's actually growing. And I think it has the potential to blow up. The only thing is I see a bit of infighting. And and man, we're gonna fight, we're gonna disagree, but we as men, and I'm not speaking for everybody, I'm only speaking for me, we just have to get through that shit. I mean, deal with it. Don't let anybody fuck with you. Don't let anybody even try to attempt to bully you, but get through it. I mean, because it is, and let's start doing what works.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't talk about the shit like you want better for something, and then like you support the same fucked up bullshit. Be about it. Or one day somebody might catch you with your pants down. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I be trying. I be trying to help. I don't be trying to hurt folks. I don't be trying to hate and shit. So,
No, absolutely. I'll definitely put Kev's link in there for y'all to subscribe, as well as Ramil. I mean, as well as Solo, even though I know y'all know who he is. I'll say this. Like, Kev, you put something in the Telegram real quick, and this is something that's been getting on my fucking nerves. I've been hearing this really from dudes. I got it on the screen, and it's actually came through my Facebook feed. On my main feed, on my first name, Alan, my main Facebook thing, and it I'm gonna read it. It says, by no means should any man ask his woman or any other woman to be on the front lines to face off with white supremacists, especially if you don't have tactical gear or strategy for yourself. Stop trying to guilt black women into going out to protest with no defense set in place. As a man, that is negligent. I don't care if she is holding a sign or handing out water bottles. If she doesn't have proper protection, that is negligent. There are other ways she can assist. Telling her she needs to put on her boots. It's 50-50 talk. Some women don't have a problem with it, and that's their prerogative. At the same time, acknowledge that everyone contributes differently, and their contributions are just as valuable. Simple questions. I'm not even gonna get that part. I already roasted this bitch in the chat. I did it nicely, but I still, had to get her. What do y'all think about that shit? Solo, starting off with you. Because I already know what my feelings are, but y'all are on here, so I don't want to go on no soliloquy.
Man, can you repeat the last part, bro? Because my headphones are kind of Yankee, man.
No, absolutely. Basically, this is the main part of it. By no means should any man ask his woman or any other woman to be on the front lines to face off with white supremacists, especially if you have to have tactical gear and a strategy for yourself. Stop trying to guilt black women into going out to protest with no defense set in place. As a man, that is negligent. I don't care if she's holding a sign or handing out water bottles. If she doesn't have proper protection, that's negligent. It's 50-50 talk. Now, why is this important? I shared this because what Nicole has been sharing this shit, so obviously all her level up chicks are getting this, and this is something actually I got before I even saw that she shared it. So I want to get y'all thoughts on
well first of all, who's asking black women to be on the front lines, bro? Like, listen, I've been on ground.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like that is the question. Like, because I've been on, like I said, on this ground zero, if you want to call it that, the last 2 days out of 3 days, and then even went out there at night, and ain't nobody saying, yo, you gotta stand up for the cops or do that. Now I see a lot of black women, they out there barbecuing, handing out water and cleaning, stuff like that. That's cool, but nobody's asking black women to do anything. The only thing I've seen on YouTube where black women are talking about not supporting Mr. Floyd because he was quote unquote with a Becky, which I think has nothing to do about anything. And once again, it's just driven for views and subs and monies and hatred. Let's be clear. But nobody's asking black women to stand in the front line. And any black man that does, yo, baby, stand on the front line so the cops don't get me. I don't know, bro. Listen, I don't know where that's coming from, man. Real talk.
What do you think, Ramil?
Yeah, like Solo's hit the nail on the head. Nobody's asking black females to do any of this. They're doing on their own volition, and it's all fake anyway. They're talking about they want to get out here and protest, and they care about black men, but as soon as they don't like a black man, the first person they call is the police. So I just don't, things like this, it's just funny to me.
What is up, AM1? It's been a minute. I know you want a piece of this propaganda.
Man, I mean, there's a couple of different things going on. First of all, salute to all my brothers on the panel right now. It's been a minute, kind of getting it in with each of y'all on the panel and individually. I just been working, man. A lot of people were asking me about, like, Manosphere, what's going on with you as COVID-19 stuff was rolling out, a lot of beefing, a lot of scandals and whatnot with a lot of cats. And I was like, bruh, I'm falling back because I'm out here trying to get this real money bread. Not that cats ain't making money online, but I'm out here doing some things, repositioning, taking advantage of the networks that I've been building up because of the kind of media work I do. I already foresaw a lot of craziness coming. They was talking recession 2020. I'm like, look, if y'all want to talk about chicks all day, y'all want to do this, that, and the third. That's making y'all some, AdSense money or whatever, super chats. Cool, do your thing, but let's please diversify it. Tricky business right now. I mean, we talk about the rioting and whatnot. I'm here in Oakland, California, so I'm right in the middle of this type of shit. And we had, Occupy Wall Street. We had the Oscar Grant type shit popping off. We had this is everyday shit damn near for us, these kind of protests and whatnot. So it's whatever, but I can, go drop some gems on that. But Manosphere dead? Nah, Manosphere was always, for the most part, decentralized anyway. And it was just, different, where you said that, basically different kind of factions kind of doing their own thing. Some people worried about more inclusivity with women. Some people don't care. Some people do care. Some people are making more money off that. Women, tend to make more money, which speaks to the whole point of like a Nicole Michelle or any of these other women trying to sell hopes and dreams to have women level up. It's a money thing. So once you wrap your mind around the idea that some cats are here to just make money, then you understand what it is. Can it be used as a tool to really network and level up? Hey, I'm a living example of it. And working with men and women here, some people try to get on my head about that, but I'm like, man, fuck that. We need to get this bread. We need to have Black folks working together, aside from any kind of gender shit. But overall, Manosphere is alive and well, and we're in a position right now to be able to take this thing and level it up to some whole other degrees. It's just about what skill sets our brothers trying to have. I'll leave it at that. Go ahead, y'all.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's not like I'm just trying to bring up some shit. Lori Cutno, which is an old school level, she was level up before the shit got popular. She's got a book called Man Leads. And for the most part, she says she checks these chicks. Black women hate her because she checks their ass. But at the same time, she throws up some stupid shit every once in a while, too. And I'm not going to bring up the post, but she was talking about how Black women need to stop coming out there, let Black men do what they need to do. And she was like talking about weak males. And I'm like, at the end of the day, who said that this is the move to go out there necessarily protesting? Like, it's funny. Everybody has a commentary on what Black men do, even though they're doing what at the end of the day, this is my true feelings on the situation. They use Black men, a dead Black body, as an asset in order to promote a feminist gynocentric agenda. Now, every Black woman doesn't necessarily know that's what they're doing, but as a collective, that's what's happening. They say this is a Black man is dead. We want to make ourselves present, make ourselves known. It's kind of like how the TMZ bitch that's always suing a Black man, she uses like what Black men do as a way to keep herself in the public eye. It's that same thing. So women, not only, so when you hear that Black men are being weak, it's not that I care, but this is the type of shit that why Black men are just over Black females. They're like, oh, I'm helping you. No, you're not. You're helping yourself. And then you're turning around and then saying that you're being drafted when you're volunteering to do this shit. You're volunteering. So anyway, so MOT.
Real quick, I got it because O'Shea just emailed. I forgot I told O'Shea I was gonna do a show earlier. He just sent me the link.
Yeah.
So I do gotta have. But I appreciate you having me on, and I don't know if I'm gonna have this stream later tonight or tomorrow. I don't know if O'Shea gonna do it as far as writing being low level, but that is some low level shit.
He gonna try to bring the Rumble back like that. That's a good one though.
If I don't know what he's doing, but I had the panel going, but they fucking flagged my shit like some goofies want to flag my fucking streams. But but
man, look where you're going.
But I won though.
Okay, but where you going though? Okay.
Oh, damn, I forgot. Shit, damn, I forgot. Man, tomorrow don't fuck with O'Shea. Fuck. Damn,
no, it's cool. I'm just saying, where you going to finish the conversation?
But see, that's enough. But here's the thing, though. That's enough. That's a funny thing. I'm glad. Okay, and Rabil, definitely shout out to Rabil. Definitely go over there. Yeah, I mean,
well, hold on. Go ahead.
Well, what I was gonna say, I'm gonna end this segment and send you off with it. everybody, there are people that other people deal with that other people don't like. I couldn't stand Steve the Dean. You already know how I feel about, that fucking cartoon character with the, the network, and at the end of the day, at the end of the day, man, the manosphere is not so monolithic. Sometimes you just got to deal with people you don't want to have to deal with as far as from 1 degree or 2 degrees separation. Unless somebody doing some crazy fuck shit, it's like, it is what it is. And that's the thing. Cause I remember when O'Shea and Angry Man, folks, had to pick sides and shit with mods, and folks got mad at me because I was neutral in that shit. Because I was like, at the end of the day, if somebody's not fucking with me as far as doing something to me personally, unless they're actively harming somebody else, and I mean like real, because there's a level of beef shit, and then there is you doing some really egregious type of shit, which some people make the argument that he does, but I don't know. But my point is, and Solo's been in the game for a long time.
My bad. Somebody said C Boogie made it responsible. I don't even fuck with that. No, let me find out. I gotta go motherfucking No, I ain't gonna listen to you, man. You just a nigga in the audience, man. You might be
because and that's another thing. A lot of you niggas like drama, and a lot of you niggas be gassing shit up, sending motherfuckers emails, talk about what somebody said, and then if you not an experienced YouTuber, you'll start going along with that.
Yeah.
And a lot of you niggas that'll talk shit about a certain like group, you niggas be over there listening to what the fuck they say. Like real fucking talk. There's certain channels I ain't never been on, not because they bad. It's just because I know what they about and I don't fuck with that shit. Not know, oh, I'm he listening, but no, I'm talking shit over here. No, that's bullshit. And I want to get your opinions on that, Solo, because I know Solo said he had to go. And one thing I do want to get is you going over Master Teacher and that other bullshit, and I'm gonna get you in MOT. So what's your thoughts on that? Somebody that's been here for a minute, that's seen those fights come and go. What is your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's conflicting because I like Man of Tomorrow and I like O'Shea. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a conflicting thing because
I mean that's not the issue. I mean I'll clean up what's being said, but that is not the issue. But there's a strategy.
No, I'm not saying that's the issue with you, MOT. I'm just talking about overall in general. That's why I was
using that as an example.
And I brought it to broader examples.
You know what I'm saying? You may like two of the same guys, right? And then they get into it, and then you may try to talk to one or both guys behind the scenes, but they won't listen to you or whatever, and you got to play it neutral, this and that. So right now, when it comes to a lot of this beef stuff, I just stay out of it, bro. Like, I just stay out of it because my thing is if niggas ain't going to listen to me anyway, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people get mad at me. People in the audience will come on and say, oh, why don't you say anything about this or that? And at the end of the day, cats are going to do what they're going to do anyway. And I know some people are going to say, oh, boo-hoo. But, at the end of the day, if I feel like I need to step in, then I will. But for most of the part, there's a lot of grown-ass men here. And they should be able to handle themselves and be able to talk to themselves. Now, the second part is I've been involved in situations as well where people will send you an email just to get any reaction out of you. Trolls will come, especially trolls, they'll come on your channel and say, oh, this person is talking about you right now, this and that. And to me, like, I always tell people, if somebody's talking about me, email me the link. Don't tell me in my chat somebody's talking about me and try to agitate a situation. You feel me? And at the end of the day, you have to be very careful because what can happen is next thing you know, you got a YouTuber's name in your mouth who supposedly said something, when it's just a troll or somebody who doesn't like you wanting to see you get slaughtered by said YouTuber. And with that being said, I appreciate all of you. AM1, good to see you again, bro. I ain't seen you in a minute, bro.
It's been a minute, AM1.
You know what I mean? Shout out to guys. I do got to roll. Edward, thank you for having me on. And yeah, bro, Edward, next time we go on Master Teacher's panel with those light skin shenanigans, trust me, I will be in a lot better form, and we're gonna cook them like we did last time. Facts.
That shit was funny. Yeah, shout out to Solo coming through. And like I said, Ramil, if you got to pop off,
I feel the same way. Y'all, I'll be easy. I get at y'all next time. And that would not be a good summer match. C Boogie, I saw what Fantastic just did to him last night. I saw what goddamn Preem did to that nigga a couple months ago. Like, I mean, I don't got no problem with C Boogie, but like warfare or art, like that's not his.
Oh, I forgot about Preem.
But I get at y'all later. I appreciate y'all. Y'all be easy.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, O'Shea be like, you for them 3.0 niggas. Yeah, you know what? Fuck.
I don't even understand that shit really. Like 3.0, 2.0.
That's weird. Yeah. So you know that, and that's another dynamic. But anyway, peace out, Ramil.
All right, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, still, you know, that because you know he gonna be talking on that shit, and that's just gonna get him a lot of good push. But no, I didn't understand that either because like that's really where a lot of the stuff started. And my thing about that was I was like, look, man, technically, if you look at how I kind of got established on my own as a channel, you could argue it was like an early pre-3, but I come from the 2.0 thing. But it wasn't about saying one was better than the other. See, the thing that kind of got on my nerves about that is there was a lot, huh?
No one ever said that.
No, the 3.0 didn't say no. The 3.0 didn't say that, but that's what O'Shea put out there, you know, because he was talking about the type of content that would be done. But go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, but he has to understand that look, this ain't about beef, it's about strategy. It would make sense to flag Ramil Amir stream and then send Ramil an actual request to come over there to finish the conversation to restart his Rumble shit. Just like he flagged my shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying there's a fucking strategy here to restart his shit. And he's flagging other people's shit to do that. That's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, there was no problem between 2.0 and 3.0. That's some shit he wholly made up on his own. I've handed this motherfucker thousands of dollars over the past 3 years. I've never fucking did anything to this motherfucker. This is a strategy, folks. A strategy to rebuild his broken fucking brand from the fucking April 1st massacre shit. I'm telling you, look at this shit.
Yeah,
he really couldn't do it. Yes, so
they were talking about that, and that. I mean, I get. Obviously, I'll say this: Manny Tomorrow is probably one of the most credible dudes in the Manosphere. So nobody needs me to co-sign shit, but or what he say. But because you know, especially for people that's in the know. But like I said, I'm kind of playing neutral on that. But like I said, like you don't need my co-signing for shit because your name's just strong solo in there.
It's just that that's what's happening here, folks. Somebody wasn't been able to do the Rumble since that shit happened. And then he turned around and brought the clown ass niggas back into the fucking fold. And now he's trying to reinstitute the Rumble shit by flagging another nigga stream. So what I'm doing is I'm working with YouTube. So that way you won't be able to do that shit no more. So that way, when you flag somebody's stream, the information is automatically coming over to me, and I'm taking niggas to court. Period. That's what you do to motherfuckers. That's how you get.
Yeah, because the original reason for the flag, like, because when it comes to copyright, like you know, if somebody that's not what you're talking about, but when you copyright somebody, like you know where that's coming from, you know, because no, I know it's not a copyright, but I'm giving you an example so YouTube understands that concept. This ain't like you accusing somebody of rape or something. And if you have like a certain amount of subscribers, you know, a certain level, then at that point it should be known where that's coming from. You know, it should be fair. It should, because at the end of the day, I mean, what is the penalty really of knowing? Because it's never one person that flags you that causes that to happen. So it's.
I mean, but it's a group.
So that's cool. Yeah, that's a good thing if you're working with them.
Well,
that's a group of people. So it's just at the end of the day, people are trying to restart the nigga shit because they ain't got no motherfucking content. The reason why people are saying the Manosphere is dead is because they can't hit the reset button and have all these nigga shit based relationship conversations all over again. We live in a new fucking world right now where relationships ain't gonna be the top shit for everybody. It's not that the Manosphere is dead. It's just that they can't effectively hit the fucking reset button and talk all this dumb shit all over again. That's the only thing that's problem here.
And this stuff has been talked about for a long time now. This isn't something y'all are hearing it, but this is something that's been talked about behind the scenes for a long time with a lot of different people. As far as look, I don't care. My thing, I didn't even have an issue personally with the Rumble. It was really like two or three people. And it really was 2 or 3 people. And without that, it was good. Even like when you look at people like Superfly on his own, it's one thing, but when it's like shit combined with other people, that's like really even like when I say worse, I mean they just willing to go beyond the pale. Then that's why a lot of people had to dial back from that. And at the end of the day, anyway, anyway, that's
yeah. I mean, so it's not like shit that came out the blue. It's because shit that was done because they shit couldn't survive in the new world, right? That's why he made up all this shit. Nobody was going at anybody. In fact, the only motherfuckers who was talking to 2.0, 3.0 shit was a couple of people. 3.0 and third wave were different things. You have to realize that the reason why he couldn't do the Rumble is because he knew that I was going to be fucking headhunting this motherfucking ass. And just like it's going to be now. Because if that's the fucking game that we going to play, now I got to play at the new level. So you have to understand that this shit is not happening in a fucking vacuum. This shit is not happening in a vacuum. That's all I'm saying. And it's just that people need to be mindful of the shit that's going on around here. Because there's no logical reason to bring these motherfuckers back in after all the shit that happened on April 1st. There's no fucking reason, unless you're mentally retarded, for bringing these motherfuckers back in.
No, not together like that. Not together like that. No.
Yeah, okay.
Right. Yeah. So I'll say this because I'll table that because that's definitely out there. There's videos that stuff is going out there as far as
I'm done with that. So you know what? I just wanted to make a clarification of why people were silent when they was there starting the shit, like Solo TV 84. He was super chatting with O'Shea was saying all that stupid ass shit about me. He was super chatting during that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why you had to get the fuck up off here. So this is what I'm talking about, man. Like, these motherfuckers know that I'm running niggas off the fucking road. Because I am not having this goddamn stupid ass shit about how people have selective memory about what the fuck happened. I'm not just saying it because of me. I'm saying this because of the shit that happened in full. Now,
to be fair, Solo said he couldn't be here long for a minute, and so I just want to put that out there. But yeah,
that's fine. But what I'm saying is that he knew that he was a part of getting this shit off the ground, him and Kevin Samuels, before it happened. So they stepped back once this dude started doing this shit all on his own. But that was there with the 2.0, 3.0 shit. And here's the thing. I came from fucking 2.0, so what the fuck is this shit? So it's like this, man. I didn't want to turn your shit into a 2.0, 3.0 match, but we need to talk about the history of what happened because this shit didn't just come out of nowhere. It didn't just come out of nowhere, and there's a strategy at play and at work here. I can see it, but other people can't see it.
Well, I think, and I'll say this, and then I'm done with it. I think there's an awareness. There's like a critical level of awareness of certain things. So now, because things have had, it's kind of like people don't think of World War II really as a continuation of World War I. They think of it as two different things because most people don't go through the history. But obviously, there's an awareness of certain things now that I don't think things are going to be as easy to do. Because it is this stuff, you know, some people put what's called in the chat. There is things that's been said. And this is with a lot of people. This isn't just with this. I mean, I could name names and then people gonna get mad. I mean, y'all see the shit with and shout out to AM1. AM1 had to go. But there's the same thing with fucking because that's what I heard. That's what they were talking about with Concrete and stuff is with the fucking Made in the Manosphere shit. A lot of that came on and then the Fantastic versus C Boogie shit. I didn't even look at it, so I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither. I mean, you know, I'm not going over there anymore. Yeah, it's just that, dude. At this point, we need to be focused on moving forward. And you know, everybody want to restart the old shit that they're good at. And I'm just saying, be mindful of these fucking conversations.
Yeah,
and at the end of the day, we got to be able to move forward. I'm sorry this shit had to turn into that, but there's a whole history nothing
turned into nothing. I mean, I brought it up, so it didn't turn into nothing. Right. I mean, I did bring it up. I did ask Solo about 2.0, 3.0, and then obviously I wanted to get you in because you were waiting. So it's not nothing to turn into anything. But at the end of the day, one thing I want people to understand: the Manosphere is a dynamic thing. It is an expanding thing. The Manosphere is not always expanding in ways that I've liked. You know, as far as certain ways it's gone, and it's never just one person. That's the thing. People always try to make it like this versus that, and that's a lot. I keep always saying the audience drives a lot of that bullshit too. You know, the moderators are like elevated audience, and I peep that shit. So a lot. This is why when motherfuckers want to say, man, I want to talk about this, I want to talk about that. I'm gonna say this. For folks that are very serious about wanting to talk about a niche topic, and I don't mean to call it niche because I'm just saying they want something very structured the way they want it. That's cool. What I personally recommend is if somebody's gonna make a super chat, I'm not saying they gotta charge you $15, $20 or something. BGS has this shit, this $5. And if you and he does his stream, some of his streams where it's unlisted on YouTube because you got to be in the damn Patreon to get to it. And then it's just you, not just you, but just like 5 people, an audience is in there. It's open stream, so it's compartmentalized. And then y'all can talk about what the fuck y'all want to talk about. It's the same thing with a lot of different stuff, and that doesn't cost a lot. You got shit like Discord. There's other ways to do that in a way that allows people to have those conversations. Now, the real issue is I think that people think this is the page that all men should be on. And some of that stuff I can agree with, but I also understand that there's work. There's work that needs to be done with that. People are, and actually I want to switch up a little bit and get to the money, because this is one thing that was suggested. That we talk about things like accounting and stuff like that. And I said, black men, when it comes to money, black men want to know how to make money, how to flip money, and how to keep money. All that highbrow shit, like credit, I wouldn't consider highbrow. But when you talk about like mutual funds and all that, that's for a certain type of black person in a certain type of level. And this is one of the things why I originally bringing in on Master Chicho on Think Financial, his group, is a lot of times it's highbrow stuff, and that's not gonna meet dudes like where they are. And I'm not talking about dudes that are necessarily broke. I'm not. It's just, like when you talk about stocks and bonds and all that stuff is not leading to money, increased revenue in the immediate. That's places you park money, and that's not. And so I think there is a disconnect between what black men in particular really need and want, and then what a lot of people are saying. And then that's a big reason as to why the financial shit doesn't really have the kind of push. Financial shit is never going to have the same push as like the geekdom shit and the drama shit, because that's just not what it is, and that's fine. But it would do a lot better. So when I was asking, I forget the dude's name, but he was talking about accounting. He was talking about like accounting, and I'm like, nobody's going to give a shit about that. The closest thing they'll care about that is maybe with deductions of taxes, and that's if they're at a certain level. But like maybe even like a blue collar level. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, like that's why I don't talk about business shit, because I know that people ain't here for that, really. They're not. I mean, they're here for trying to fix shit in their immediate life. The shit I could talk about is 4 or 5 years after they didn't fix their shit. 5, 6 years after they fixed their shit. This is how come I don't go into all that, what you consider highbrow content. And it makes sense because there's a lot of black people like here, like Dollar Wheel and shit, who does an extremely good job with this shit. And it's like, look, people here for what they're here for. But at the end of the day, if we can switch topics back to the subject. That lady is pretty much making an excuse of why she's not out there more. That's what she's actually doing. She's actually giving the perfect circumstances to why they're not out there more, because they need like the Pope mobile in order to help black men.
Yeah, and I know, Kev, I'm gonna get you in because you put that in the chat. Yeah, you kind of Borging. Maybe it's me.
For black people don't protest. I prefer people go the Martin Luther King route, have professional protesters, have people who go out there with a plan, same shirts, stand away from bullshit, because they got these undercover cops, as you've seen in a couple of places, that are rolling with these fucking protesters and starting shit and end up getting the whole fucking clique locked up. And them motherfuckers walk out the back. And it's the same fucking shit that's been happening, and it's like, look, we got to be smart enough to stop going out there running up in these people's faces, letting the motherfuckers know we angry. They get that shit. Go down there and vote these fucking mayors out, because the mayor is the one who hires the chief of police.
And you know what? I'm gonna come back to this. I'm gonna come back to you, Kev. But I got to say this: you want to hurt somebody, you want to like really fuck somebody up. What you got to do is I hate to take a cue from black women, but I'm going to do it because it's about what's effective. What they did with that dude with Shea Moisture, That's the type of mobbing black people gotta learn how to do, and black men too, but black people in general. Like for instance, well, like I said, that's the type of shit black people got. That's the type of fear folks got to have. The companies can start to lose market share because that's the only thing that people worry about. And the looting shit at the end of the day, and I'm not saying it's just black people doing that, but all you doing is a lie. You bailing these companies out low key because then they can just get the insurance package. And that's why a lot of people are saying some of these people may be fucking their shit up or paying people to do that shit. And then they get, because they companies, like, think about it. If you're a restaurant, most 30% of these restaurants are fucked. So
they're done forever, dude. They're not coming back.
But they ain't officially filed yet. So what better than to fuck your own shit up? And don't put it past motherfuckers to do that shit.
They've been doing it for years. They've been doing it for years, man.
That's why, in my opinion, I don't think you see a lot of folks like really getting as angry like the business class as you would otherwise think they would, saying you need to fuck these Negroes up, because low key a lot of them like, well, shit, there's a silver lining. But anyway, Kev, you put that up there in the chat, and like I said, it was something I already seen. You said something about y'all got blocked. Was it what you call it, or was it you? Or
well, as far as name usage, the name was probably already used, so people would remember. I just asked a simple question. I was like, why do women take one or a few centralized pictures of one very small spot in a protest and shape the narrative from there? I guess they took exception to it and blocked me before I can even look at their reply. And that's the kind of mentality I'm getting sick of.
I mean, dude, just create your own lane and leave those people the fuck alone.
Well, the thing is, they supposed to be better than that.
It's like this.
It's one thing if you said some crazy shit, but that was a legit question. Go.
But it's like this. I never comment on this person's stuff. I just asked a question, because I know this is the kind of person that likes to have conversations, and they blocked me. So, hey, you know what? I don't have a choice, I guess. So, anyway,
it's just that, like what's happening here? It's just that these people are trying to make excuses about their own track record and why they're not doing more. So they try to use the same tactics that the white media does to black people in general against black men in specific. They know we don't have a voice to really clap back at them like that. And they know since most black men are doing things, they just go along with the shit.
Well, my thing is, in respect to those, so these are women. So this is the thing that gets on my nerves, and the whole level up movement is it's all inclusive. It ain't no one person, another person, and I'm not against people trying to do better, but let's call it a spade is a fucking spade. Shout out to MOT, maybe he'll pop back on, but I'm probably gonna wind this down in like 15, 20, 30 minutes anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Here's the thing, and I'm glad I got you up because this will give you a little bit more time to talk. My thing is, these, like you said, these are people that try to present themselves as they want to have an honest conversation. They want to have an honest conversation. Well, you cannot say black men are not willing to hear these chicks out. A lot of dudes aren't, but a lot of dudes are, and there's more than enough dudes that are, as far as, and other folks is willing to listen if they're not willing to actively engage in it. So anyway, the point is for them to just do block like that off a simple question. It just goes to show you, as a black man, you're a fucking utility, and when you don't serve their emotional need or whatever, they get rid of you. And then you try to present a front of this thing called femininity and try to tell us that the shit that's underlying all of that is not really there. It's bullshit. It's bullshit, and everybody can see that. But go ahead.
Well, I'm just going to put you like this. I serve my family. I don't serve them. They can kick rocks. I do what I'm supposed to do as far as my life. Now, if I want to have a discussion, I want to have a question, I should be able to. But if they just going to block like that, it only confirms a lot of the things that I say is correct. And you can call me a self-hater, a black woman hater, all you want. If you're not willing to have a sincere conversation about it, that just means that you want to use the narrative for shaming. That's it. And that gets nothing done. All that does is stir up the pot even more. And yes, When you know, people, especially females, say stupid shit on social media, everybody gravitates toward that, and they want to pat on the back for saying it like it's the truth, but it ain't. It ain't. And when someone comes in that doesn't, you know, that doesn't receive the bullshit, they want that person gone immediately, because all their little bullshit breaks down when they have to answer some serious questions. They don't want to be confronted with that. They want to be confronted with, they want to be surrounded by narrow-minded ass folks. I told somebody this like a couple months ago, and they like kind of like, well, okay, you know, they didn't disagree. I was like, you surround yourself with stupid misanders and bootlicking ass Negroes because you want to seem like you're the smartest person in the room. And you know, that's a strategy, but I can see that shit. So, you know, and I mean, this person wanted, I guess now she wants the same thing. She was about one thing at one point, and now she's about this other bullshit. So, hey, you know what? That person is just like everybody else now, full of it. So it makes me none at all. So, go ahead.
And the key thing is, this is the thing. Saying motherfuckers are broke. That's easy, but guess what? You got niggas like Dennis Sperling who ain't broke, who does have property.
Bro, that's an excuse not to listen.
And those are dudes that's not necessarily gonna be on YouTube like that. Those are dudes that are not necessarily they may be looking. Shout out to Wayman Brown for the super chat. But they're not necessarily, they're paid, they're watching. And all folks are doing is just giving them more of a push to do the course correction they need to do. Dudes that got kids, that's got sons, that's got out. But Glennon Cameron is another dude like that. Like, at the end of the day, they're not going to argue with you because they don't argue with women. But just because they're not arguing with you is actually a bad thing, because that means you don't have the ability to really influence that conversation. Not to say that you do when these dudes are arguing with you, but those dudes can just mute you out and just do what they're already doing. And this is and it's like the blind leading the blind. And this situation, think about it. All these chicks would have never told you a situation like this was possible. This is why they were jumping on BG. Remember, jumped on BGS really hard, you know, thinking, and that's why motherfuckers be getting on BGS with that fear porn. That's that, you know, you wishing shit in existence, low IQ talk a lot of folks have. But at the end of the day, no, you see how fast something like this happened. And how fast something like this flipped up. And shout out to Glennon Cameron, because you can say what the fuck you want to say about BGS. Glennon, he's just reporting shit. Glennon Cameron is a businessman. He is a millionaire. He was homeless. He is a traditional black dude that was homeless, went through it. He has been married, you know, so you can't say he's like on any kind of, he's lacking talking to, you know, in any, okay, in any kind of real way. And he's saying the same shit. In fact, in many ways, he's going further. He's talking a little bit more down about it than fucking BGS is, because and the reality of the situation is you know, it's not gonna be good. And at the same time, he's pragmatic. He's got a course talking about how to be a sugar daddy, and he deals with mainly non-black chicks. So he thought the money is too easy now because it's too cheap to do this now. And this is for non-black chicks. So I already know what it is gonna be with black chicks. So and he's a dude, he's talking about masculinity too. So he's not on the trick stuff first, but he said it was just too easy. So at the end of the day, you can play that game if you want to, but at the end of the day, man, that shit, you just lead these motherfuckers. Like I said, musical fucking chairs. It doesn't musical chairs, because the thing is, black women have a hell of a lot more to lose than black men, and that's why the fuck they out there. They out there because this is a way to low-key protest Trump. This is a way to make Trump look bad. The problem is Trump is kind of semi-immune to this shit. So we'll switch this shit to a little bit of politics too. But yeah, MOT, Kevin, finish your statement. The MOT, go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask a question. Don't you think it's a little selfish to take all the credit for something that everyone is doing?
Well, that's black girl logic. So that's it. We don't even discuss, because that's that narcissism. That's and even when you look at the post, because it's a post I saw on my Facebook, I'm like, what are you talking? I even responded to her, and she ain't like, not Nicole, but the chick that actually wrote the post, and she ain't like one of these. I mean, she was at least conversating like she got some goddamn sense. But I'm like, yo, like what the fuck? Like, why would you even say some stupid
It's new.
Okay, so now she talking about here's the video I referred to in my previous post. I believe this is the lady from Baltimore, Miss Sharnisha Street. She went to the TMI group. That's another. I mean, I'm in the group, but the one who has brutally assaulted by the police officer. I'm not sure if she's willing to share any information. She officer name, blah blah blah. This woman is now biographic video motherfucker. Again, her dumb ass is out there because she wants to be out there. Ain't nobody told her to be out there. Like, are you really? And if I would talk to this woman like to her face, I'd be like, are you seriously telling me that any of these chicks, not some, all of them, are out there because somebody coached them to be a nigga? Oh, let me tell you something. Who was it that said this shit? I forget who the fuck was it that said this shit. It was on my last stream. They were talking about motherfuckers' pussies is getting wet off of coming out here. Somebody told me, like, oh my God, you was out here. It was Ramil said that shit. It was a doctor. It was a doctor, and they're out there. Oh my God, are you out here? Oh, what are you doing?
Would you say they out there thirsty, man? They out there thirsty. They did some old big old another form of freak.
It's like an excuse to show your ass. I'm sure
it's working.
Man, you give the community an excuse, a freebie to just go full. You never go full community. You never let it. You never go full black redneck. This is an excuse to go all redneck. On top of being pinned up for the COVID, Xanato, speak on that shit, please.
Oh yeah. Well, check this out. The clubs are back. The daytime pool parties are back. And do you know what they're called? Riots and protests, in that order. We all know
you can't bust out windows in the club. You can't throw back tear bombs in the club. You can't talk shit to no police officer in the club. And they doing this for free. You just got to get there.
Come on, shout out to Solo. We know why he was out there.
You know how much liquor costs in the club? You can't just walk in no liquor store and get all you can drink.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You can just break in any nearby liquor store and just get it.
For a G, you're welcome.
And there's plenty of twerking amiss. Trust me, there's plenty of that. It's not even all you can eat or all you can drink. It's all you can grab. This is the new nightclub. Come on. Oh, well, why were you out there last Saturday night? Come on, Edward. I mean, everyone, like not everyone, but a lot of people in the Manosphere complain about how you're like this because you're non-select. So why weren't you out there last Saturday night in Raleigh or Durham or Charlotte and one of those protests turning it up? Why weren't you breaking shit?
Freaknik Riots 2020.
Yeah, why weren't you distracting distracting the police with your infomercials for like 45-minute rants while other people were getting shit, and then come on, what happened?
Oh well, you fucking coon is what they call me. If you, what's your solution? My solution is to learn to economically punish people. What are you talking about? The same shit these motherfuckers did to that Nigerian dude that owns Shea Moisture. Yeah, so you already showed me you know how to do it. So let's stop the bullshit. And again, let's be clear here. There's a lot of fuckery. There is redneck fuckery. There's white folks fuckery. Nigga with the bow and arrow shit. So let's not act like we're not just talking about black folks. I told you I do believe that some of these businesses are strategically getting knocked down, getting paid off to get because you don't hear the business class really bitching like that. Not enough, and there's a lot of motive for that. So this is not me come on, I'm black, so I'm not gonna just dump on black people, but Roller Tape was out there. Roller Tape went out there, he streamed, Solo stream, fucking that white chick in Minneapolis stream. You can go to Roller Tape's channel and go to the LA one, it was the Atlanta one where he did it himself and he was prepared. He had a battery pack. And then then he had the white chick, and them videos are like 5 hours long, 4 hours long, and I was watching in the middle of the night, man. That shit was like fucking. At first, I was joking and said it's GTA. I was like, no, this is the Purge, man. I said this like you seeing all that fire. I'm like, this is stock footage. You can do the Purge, the Purge, fuck it, whatever purge thing. It say, dude, we got stock footage. You can make found footage purge movie, put that shit in the media when it opens up, let that shit rock. So
I mean,
and I saw what these people were doing. So you're not gonna fucking tell me, oh, it wasn't black people. No, fuck that. I saw it. I saw. Hold on, MOT. I saw a motherfucker walk up to a white bitch that was filming, and she was right. It was amazing how comfortable she was around black people. This was not even. This was kind of semi older, like 40s, maybe late 30s. She was comfortable around black people wilding out like this. So that little fear shit is bullshit. Number one, but number two, dude walked right up to anonymous. He said, "Hey, hi, hey, you know where where the Hennessy is at up in there? Because I'm trying. No, I'm sorry. Damn, fuck. All right, whatever." And he went up in there and he said, "I'm just gonna get this. She's filming, and she wasn't even because look, she made sure she wasn't showing their faces like that. But you saw it anyway. Grant that.
This is why I say, stay the fuck home. Don't go out there. These people don't know how to act. And you're always going to get people who want to be an opportunist in the middle of this shit. And if you are out there and if you see some bullshit, you better make sure you got that shit on camera. That could be the only motherfucking thing that don't get your ass locked up in a group. Because when the police walk in to secure a scene, they taking everybody to jail and they charging everybody with what happened there. And the burden of proof is on your ass to get yourself out of that shit. This is why I say people need to stay fucking home. Because there's a lot of people out there going doing some stupid shit.
Yeah, this is the type of shit that's people gonna start passing laws saying, okay, I got you motherfuckers. We about to pass CCTV in all this bitch, especially the liberal states like Minnesota and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Like I got you niggas. CCTV with fucking QR code facial recognition. So you pull this shit, we gonna compare that shit to your fucking TikTok, Snapchat. Don't think all I need is your fucking eyes, and I got you, motherfuckers. PD Live. Go ahead.
And this isn't like I think everyone's going out there with the mentality of they can't lock us all up, right? Well,
yes, they can.
What?
They can't lock us in. It's like streaming an illegal pay-per-view. They can't arrest us all for it, right?
They don't need to, because everybody ain't that many people out here looting. And the thing is, they will be selective on who you go out there and get. And dude, don't even get me started. I could pull that roller tape up shit. You hear that little Zillennial chick talking. These motherfuckers. And here's the thing, man. My thing is, folks will use the term pro-black and use it to justify a lot of shit. Like you had this. I'll shout out to Jada Black. She was talking about this little bitch, Tokyo. Something these young bitches. She's 25. The rapper, wannabe Insta rapper, 1.7 mil Instagram. So you know what you're dealing with. And basically, she made everybody's coming at her ass because she got one post on Instagram, which is her crying, but saying she's sorry because she made a joke on somebody else's stream saying she was choking a dude. And said, I'm a fucking George Floyd you. Now, this bitch was just talking about a dude being colorist, her boyfriend, that's a football player. Yeah, and I'll pull it up in a second. But she was and now she's gonna get canceled, I guess, because whatever. I don't give a fuck. The point is, the fact that she said that tells you these you gotta understand this is like an event. You see, this is an event, man. This is hold on. What is that? See, this is what they trying to do to my man. This is what they go ahead because I'm about to pull this shit. Because let's see.
Yeah, Edward, somebody asked a question in the chat. Can they track your cell phone? The answer is yes. When things were highly closed down, like when I first started back driving, like at the end of March, because I'm pretty much taking off now because I've been working the whole time. Most of those states that you went through, you got like a Amber Alert on your phone to where you had to fill in all the information. Utah is one of them, where you had to fill in all your information as soon as you entered the state.
Yeah.
So yeah, they can't track your fucking cell phone.
They can. It's just a matter if they do it, man. But they can do all that shit. Like,
Man,
just
that movie Eagle Eye.
Yes. that was a good movie.
Yes, they got all that technology.
We had that, and that shit came out years. Remember that shit came out in like 2000. Hold on, let's pull that shit
It's
up.
worse than ever now.
Yeah, man, Eagle Eye shit. You watch them UFO shits on that. A lot of them like for real documentaries. The ones that don't so much focus on the UFOs, but they focus on the fact that the technology. They talk about how we way ahead of technology, but because they still want to make money on fossil fuels, they drip that shit out. Because why would you bring in new technology like and when they'll use the excuse like what BGS would say of disrupting, like the UBI and shit, but what it really is why would you do that when you can still make money on fossil fuels? Because that would just but anyway, that movie came out in 2008, y'all, and it's 12 years
about the
later.
Patriot Act. Y'all look up the Patriot Act.
Yeah, let me know if y'all can hear this chick real quick. It says, hold on. Let's what you hold on, get to the crying. Don't come in.
Family.
I don't hear this bitch.
I don't understand.
Yeah, man.
Like, like
she's serious when she ain't got no makeup on.
Man.
I don't want people to ever think that I don't understand that my son is black as hell.
It's black as hell.
It's black as hell. What?
Yeah, so Sludge, I blame you.
It could be anybody around me. Could have been, still can be.
You got a tattoo on your neck. I know that shit hurt.
I made a bad decision.
I will never fuck a chick like that because she can fight.
Out of a situation that's serious as fuck. And I promise you, anything that you can desire.
It's got 527,000 views.
I'm embarrassed, but not for myself as much as I am for.
And to be fair, these chicks are throwing her under the fucking bus. You light bitch. You got a 1.7.
What I'm supposed to stand for.
The strag will eat her own when jealousy.
It's really not a way for me to communicate and express.
Y'all know why she really crying, right? She probably lost like 50,000 Instagram followers in like maybe 3 hours, and she said, "Oh shit."
Crying only works for white women.
The same way.
Cause black people don't give a fuck.
I said that shit out my mouth. This to a whole lot of people. So I'm sorry.
These chicks are mad that you don't even give a fuck about that dude. They just want an excuse to throw you. They want to eat. They want to eat you.
Understand that it didn't take nobody to call me and tell me I was wrong. I know right from wrong.
Yeah, it didn't. Them Instagram followers told your ass that drop.
No, she logged back in and like, what?
Because they got her in the shade room. That's the thing. So that's why that shit spread. Yeah, so they got her. It's like and this is your only post. You already know. What was this shit? Is this what it was? Is this what she did? Trying to think. Let's see. I want to see. Whatever. It don't matter. I just anyway, I'm gonna tell you something. She don't got a lot of tattoos, but the one on the neck, I'd be like, nope. Because if she can have a blade on her neck like that, then no. That means she don't give a fuck. Nope. That's a bitch who will cut your ass out. Anyway, so yeah, her son is black as hell, ladies and gentlemen. He's not black. I'm not black as hell. So
Santos Clutch, black as hell.
So you don't count. You don't count. I don't count. For real.
Like, what is this?
Hey, I'm claiming light skin supremacy over here.
Yeah, I mean, like, just like.
But hold on.
Light skin motherfucker under the bus.
Kev, we're the fucking colors. Imagine if a black man said, "Yeah," you will imagine if Blueface is that one of these motherfuckers, or NBA YoungBoy say, "Yeah, man, I got my daughter, she black as hell."
Man,
nigga, that shit would have been that would have activated the war.
There should have been 10 YouTube videos before you knew.
She would have did a Snoop Dogg apology.
Like, imagine if Steph Curry said, "My daughter or son is light skinned as fuck," and they shouldn't be dealing with this type of man. What the fuck you think they would do to that dude if he said some shit?
We'll be talking about that for the next decade.
It was the same thing with Aisha. They've been waiting to fuck Aisha. Aisha fucked herself. Once you make an enemy of sisterhood, unless you got a sisterhood pass like Chris Brown, you an enemy for life. Light skinned chicks. Yeah, Beyonce. Really, Beyonce ain't a couple of fuck ups from really being thrown out. Beyonce just knows how to not step in it like that. Beyonce ain't never said nothing to piss these bitches off.
Oh no. I mean, like, the sisterhood be like, to watch it, man. Them motherfuckers see everything.
Well, I'll say this just to get this all on some real shit real quick. From a political standpoint, since I got y'all here, we can't be, what do you like? People forget this is a presidential year, god damn it.
It sure is. This is how come they haven't walked in and done anything.
I'm glad y'all said that.
Man, go ahead.
No, I'm saying I'm glad y'all said that because the week Alton Sterling got killed was the week of the Democratic National Convention, where they christened Hillary Clinton as the nominee. That. So you're right. That this kind of shit seems to happen around presidential years. Didn't Trayvon happen in 2012? Something like that?
No,
yeah,
Trayvon
was in the summer.
Yeah, no, it might have been. Yeah, I mean, the thing of. See, one thing that's got to be kept in mind is a lot of these people are not out here because of George Floyd. That's a battering ram.
They're not. They're not.
It's a culmination of things. It's a culmination of everything that's happened. I mean, you've had since Tatiana Jefferson, you've had several. So it's all of it, and and people making it about just George Floyd is just that bad media narrative that these sisters are pushing out here.
What type of nigga juice did George Floyd had that Aubrey didn't have in Alabama in Georgia? Well, they'll say it wasn't on tape because nobody was doing this when the Aubrey dude in that was it wasn't on tape what happened to him, but it was on tape kind of like the situation. And then imagine what a lot of black men were doing. A lot of black men were making an argument that, oh man, well he shouldn't have been there. And I'm not I'm not even judging you on whatever point to take. I'm just saying that's what was. Nobody was rioting. So I think so you can't say it's just another dude that got shot and got lit up to the fact it's like you got the whole like a lot of people in other parts of the world doing this. So from a political standpoint, here's the thing that people don't understand. Trump is not Obama. You're not going to say the country's fucked up. Trump is old white man. So saying the country's fucked up is not going to carry as much weight as it would have with Obama, where everything had to be perfect because the white folks are going to give Trump a lot more leeway, even though they shouldn't. And I'm talking about the rednecks because those are the ones that put him in there. So they're going to deal with him no matter what, because that's their guy. So if the government's not working, they're going to say, well, that's why we put our guy in there. But at the same time, it's real shit that's going on. So I don't really know because Biden's not. I mean, Biden ain't showing he's a credible replacement.
Hell no.
No.
That's the thing. It'd be different. Go ahead, Clutch.
No. I have nothing to say right now.
The Democrats aren't showing they're a credible replacement. The Democrats got Congress. So yeah, they're passing spending bills, and I don't mind getting that $1,200 check. But all they gonna do, they just gonna empty money, and they're not even. And the thing about it is, this is the Democrats. This is not what. First of all, the Democrats fucked over blue collar workers a while ago, back in Citizens United in 2005. People forget that shit. So they focus on the big corporate money. It's just the tech companies, and the tech companies, even they're not the oil companies, but that's money that's giving money to everybody anyway. The tech companies tend to lean a little bit more Democrat, so they're not for the people. The Democrats are going to be focusing on reinforcing the gay shit, the immigrant shit, anything that don't matter. Not even just black men, but even a lot of these blue collar white men, they're not gonna really do shit about it. They're gonna be trying to get feminism because they're gonna feel like they're like 4 or 5 years behind because how Trump got in there. So at the end of the day, if Biden gets in there, Biden's gonna be, I hate to say this, Biden's gonna be a cup, basically, for these white women. Anything they say he's gonna do, and it's gonna be really, really bad because Biden is never gonna say no. I do not see Biden being. He tries to strike himself of being a blue collar guy. I don't really see him putting even blue collar white men in positions where they can win. Remember,
No.
he's a senator of Delaware. Delaware is the credit card state. Do not think because you know, I don't give a fuck.
Voted against the bankruptcy bill.
Yep.
Where you can't get rid of your credit card. So it's just like the dude's a blue dog Democrat, man. So I see him and like Trump is like probably equal if Trump wasn't in office and you looked at Trump before he actually became in office, they would probably be the same person.
Well,
always side with big money. Yeah.
And I'm not capable for Bloomberg, but Bloomberg had more of a vision of what he wanted to do because he's got an ego like that. So he probably would have pushed back against some of that shit because it's not what he wanted to do. So he's more of a negotiator type. But at the end of the day, no, and they haven't even talked about who's going to be the nominee. Like, you know, the chick just released the order of Michigan, the governor that's potentially on there. You know, do anybody really want to hear Elizabeth Warren? I mean,
No.
that's, you know, so nobody who really wants the job. So what you're dealing with, I don't even know how Congress is going to shake out at this point, because at the end of the day, this is not a situation where Republicans are not going to hold this L. It's a government L. It's not really going to fall on the Republicans because Trump has a very strong base that will come out there for him. And the Democrats have a lot of folks that are really like, fuck the Democrats around. Hell, Trump may probably get a lot of votes that are like, fuck the Democrat votes. I think there'll be more fuck the Democrat votes than fuck Trump votes.
Yeah.
So
problem is that they weren't trying to prepare nobody. And when you don't try to prepare nobody for years and the corporate money is everywhere, you're just going to be going out to clown shit all the time, man. And if you're not really developing anybody, I mean, the party has no identity. Their identity is everything that people don't like. The gay shit, the immigration shit. I mean, I guess I believe in equal protection and all that kind of shit, but don't make that like the face of the party over like other constituency that's way bigger than that. I get the gay people pay a lot of money, but everybody's just doing Moneyball right now. So it's just that, look, you know, the first stimulus, corporate America came in and stole that shit. Really, ain't nobody really talking about that. So it's like we're just flounder right now, man.
You know, automation's coming. Well, what do you think? A lot of these corporations, by the way, that's got chains that ain't about to go under, like your Walmarts, your Targets. Oh, they automating the hell out of motherfucker because shit has been kind of low key closed. And companies that are smaller, like a Panera Bread or something like that, like those higher class, the premium fast food places, they're retooling too. I've seen a lot of places where I am where it's under construction because at the end of the day, you put the investment in now and then because usually you have to close business to do that. So if the shit was already closed, they took that time to do some retooling on some things. And so there's going to be some stuff. It's going to be a new world you're going to come into. Another thing too is a lot of white folks. I want Clutch to jump in on this. There's a lot of white folks that's going to feel like they black for at least the next 3 years. Because if classism is that's what's about to be birthed out of this bitch. Classism.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, it is. And you're right. So it's going to be very interesting to see where this shit goes, man, because there's a lot of whites, especially in rural America, even before Trump got into office, who was not doing very well. And as soon as this shit hit with the fucking trade war shit, they're even more fucked up, and they really didn't come back. So a lot of them are really pissed off at Trump, like in Ohio and Pennsylvania and all that shit. So it's crazy to see where this shit's gonna go. I don't know. So
what's crazy is those are states he can afford to lose. Like he over won. So yeah, I don't know if he's gonna win or not. I think he will because I still think it's just folks is just like how those folks is stuck with Obama no matter what. It's gonna be the same thing. But at the end of the day, man, when it comes to like Manosphere, when it comes to your shit. Anyway, I'm gonna get last thoughts from y'all. Keep this at a clean hour and a half. I'll definitely put your stuff in the subscription. But yeah, man, the Manosphere is very dynamic. So a lot, you have changes coming, changes to be expected. It is to be embraced. I will say that one of the things that I do like about a lot of the stream folks is a lot of them do fuck with each other, and I think together they are building a base. It's slowly but surely they're definitely generating revenue, and that's why like I didn't really argue with a lot of stuff you were saying because I could definitely see a motive for it. Because you know they're getting. I've seen folks clear. I've seen folks. And I'm talking about maybe 3 or 4 folks. They've cleared $1,000 at least like 3 times in a month. Like I'm talking three folks that have done that each. At least 2 or 3 times in a month. Awesome shit that they didn't even anticipate, and it wasn't even no nigga shit. It wasn't no hollering, yelling, and stuff like that. So. And then, like I said, I really think I bet you Ramil's like fucking Patreon is off the motherfucking chains. To be honest,
it is.
I need to go subscribe to that because I know he be on some bullshit.
No, I mean, no, but he got a lot of great business shit there too. Like my Patreon, same thing. It's just that you got to be able to bring him there for that, and then give him everything else on the back end. So it's just that look. I don't think the Manosphere actually can die because what brought us all here in the first place is still fucking happening. So I don't think that this shit ever can die until that issue is resolved. And the way these women are acting, this shit ain't never going nowhere. People are always going to be here because they can't put up with this bullshit that they see in their regular life, despite the level of actual loyalty that they shown to the concept.
No,
so it's
absolutely.
just going to be here forever.
So anyway, Kev, you got any final thoughts?
I mean,
you know, I'm gonna spark up a stream after this, but go ahead.
No, yeah, absolutely. And y'all make sure y'all go to MOT. It's 118 of y'all watching. I know if y'all watching me, then y'all go watch his ass. So, you know, y'all need to go ahead and get that shit boosted. But yeah, go ahead, Kev.
No, I'll just go say that, man. Keep back on this gift they keep on giving. I mean, I'm not the one that's gonna ever try to police what people say on their channels because they got a lot of, and that's just makes you sound like sour grapes. So I feel like black men in the manosphere were entertainment, so I can't really say anything about that either. But it's a lot of smart people in there. Hopefully, I just there's room for everybody. We'll figure it out one day. My YouTube channel, 3 maybe 4. I think for quality people can find and info. I have interesting people on my panels too. So check me out and thank you. Yeah, Edward's here. So these are good people. Thank welcoming me channel here. All these guys are very channels. Check it out. This month, girl. That's all I gotta say.
Absolutely.
My ass.
And I'll definitely make sure I put your stuff in the subscription. Definitely, Kev for the habitual line steppers. Also with the Roger Report,
Steppers.
So let's see. Xanatos, you got any final words? Clutch. He'll be all right. All right. MOT, you got any final words?
No, that's it, man. I'm about to spark up a stream, an after stream for you. So that way we can go over the protest piece. So that way we can have a grown-up conversation about this whole thing. So that way we can have a sort of plan, because I think the protest is overshadowing the investigation of what's actually happening in the background here.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And there's a lot of things that, yeah, man, it really is. So anyway, y'all make sure y'all go to MOT stream. It's 100 folks here. At least 50 of y'all should go over there. You know what it is. And with that being said, this is Edward signing off. Peace.